YouTube, we are back at it with another MX Bikes video. In today's video, we have a public race on the brand new TFC Pala. But this race right here in the background is actually a pretty damn good race. There's a lot of good pros in here, and we actually did really well. Hopefully you guys watch till the end to see what actually happens. First thing I want to do is say thank you guys so much for the love on the last couple videos. We made a like goal for the yesterday's video, and we hit it, which is awesome to see. So I was very thankful for that. Let's try to do the same thing on this one. 40 likes on this one. I think is doable. I mean, you guys are going crazy in the last few, so let's try to do this one again. But in today's video, I really just want to kind of talk about what happened over on Friday as well as what happened on Monday. We had MXGP on Monday and we had Pala, the aerial first round of outdoors, on Friday. I was able to take off work on Friday, so I was able to do EU, which helped a lot. I think honestly, I kind of struggled all day on the track. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like nerves or anything to that nature, but in EU, we qualified 27th, which is still pretty damn good. There was a lot of people that tried to qualify, so even qualifying 27th, I was happy about. Not really stoked about it, but I was content that we qualified for the Group A per se, and we finished 24th overall for EU. Both motos, I was not feeling good on the track. I was making way too many mistakes, constantly making mistakes. So getting a 24th overall out of, I think, 30 people, it's not technically last, so we'll kind of take it. My goal maybe is for next time that we do EU, we try to get into the top 20. And in NA, we qualified 28th, was actually worse than EU. Obviously with everybody finally getting able to get on the track and actually ride the track all day. And now that I think about it, maybe a lot of people had that Friday off because in the United States, we had Memorial Day weekend. So probably a lot of people took Friday off. So qualified 28th, which is not the greatest. For NA, I'm really hoping to work on my qualifying and try to get way up in top 15. So I'm not on the edge of not making main events, because I really want to make the mains. I really want to get top 15 in the points. That's my kind of my goal. So getting 28th in the first round, not ideal, but hey, we'll take it. We'll move on to Hangtown. And then for both motos, like I said, in EU, man, I struggled. I constantly struggled. First moto, I don't know what really happened off the top of my head. I just know that I'm pretty sure I went down in the start, and it was just this crazy struggle fest the rest of the moto. I just looked up the results. We got 27th in the Moto 1. Not ideal. We did have 35 on the gate, and Moto 1 was kind of hectic because the servers were just like flashing in and out. I was definitely struggling with that. I crashed on the death hill, I think like 4 times. I'm not showing you guys that moto. It was super bad. I think I have a few clips from the motos, but that one was extremely bad, so we'll never show that. You guys will never see that race. But in Moto 2, we did a lot better. We got a way better start in Moto number 2. I don't know what like the initial, off the top of my head, there's a video on it, but I forgot off the top of my head how good of a start we got. But we were definitely in the top 10, I would say. I was honestly happy with the second moto compared to the first moto. Better start. We rode a little bit more consistent, and we finished 16th in this Moto number 2 for 20th overall. Honestly, I don't know how we got 20th overall with going 27-16, but hey, we'll take it. It's points. It's not the greatest, but it is points. But there's also a lot of fast guys in these, man. I mean, Wash got the moto win in Moto number 2. The overall for NA went Wash, Ryder, Skills, Linz, and Jax, with the boy Brax and X Crew. Shout out to the boy Dylan, got 7th. I mean, this field is stacked. Like, even with saying that like 450 is kind of the weak link, I still think that the 450 is freaking stacked out of its mind. Yeah, there might be less fast people, but yo, the top 15 are just insane. Like, if I read off the names, I got to Dylan in 7th, then you got the boy Chicken, you got Austin Wheels, you got Cole, which is a Supercross champion, you got the boy Mappler, Dorian, the homie Lickers, X Crew got 13th. You got Boardman, Hemi, Ezra, Larson, Cass, Pepe. Like, those are guys are like crazy fast. Especially like Hemi wins races, dude. Chicken wins races. Like last year, Chicken and Linz battled it out for a moto win at Pala. So I still think the field is crazy stacked, and I still got to give it up to the boy Dylan, and I got to give it up to the boy Lickers, dude. Top 15 first race of the year. I'm very happy about that. We also had Pitbull in the 250 class. I don't know. I think he got 12th overall, something like that. So X Crew kind of showed up. We made main events, and we did really well. So I was happy about that. But my motos specifically, I was down bad. Let's be real. I'm gonna be really focused on doing better at Hangtown. I want to put some work in during the week, try to get some motos on Hangtown, just get prepared for it. Honestly, what'd you guys think about the track? I wasn't a fan of the track. I didn't like how the ruts were made for bikes. I felt like they basically They were too shallow. I don't know if shallow is the right word, but like they're super skinny. Your bike, you had to hit it perfect every single time if you wanted to stay in the rut, which is very technical. And I know that everybody was like, like TFC, you better make the track super rough compared to the 2020s. And I think he did a fabulous job on that aspect, like changing how he does tracks and making it more rough. I wasn't a fan of the roughness in certain spots. I thought it was fine in certain degrees, but in certain spots I wasn't that big of a fan of, especially after the big triple, going down the hill into the triple. That section I wasn't an ideal situation. I didn't like that section, honestly. I felt like it was just, a lot of people said it was like whoops. I don't know if they were like, I would say, yeah, they were basically like a whoop section, which is unfortunate. I know they're going to change up going into Lakewood in Colorado because I think TFC was away for the week, so they couldn't really change Hangtown. But I'm excited to see what they do for Lakewood. I'm kind of nervous what Hangtown's going to be like, if it's going to be similar to Pala. I think Pitbull actually made a great point. He pointed out in the Discord, I'm showing it on screen right now, but this is Pitbull's from X-Crew's feedback. He said, I'm not very well known in the community, but my opinion, the problem with the track is the amount of pre-made E-road. Yes, pre-made E-road is good, but the problem is when you make it peaky like a whoops and it is so close together, your suspension doesn't settle and you're just bouncing and hoping that you don't get a bad bounce and die. If you rolled off the E-road, made it a little bit smoother, your bike would be able to soak up the bumps, settle into the track, space out the bumps and round them off, and everything would be better and the track would ride great. Another problem is the inconsistency of the jumps. Some are steep and some are rounded off and small. Just round off the E-road and maybe space it out and then make the jumps more consistent. The track would actually be enjoyable and race. Let me know if you guys think about like if that's a good suggestion that he made. I think it actually pretty good. I had a lot of problems with that suspension just not being able to soak it up, and I was bouncing, especially in EU. I was bouncing everywhere, and especially in Moto 1 of NA, I was bouncing everywhere. The footage that you guys are watching now, I did way better. I was able to control everything. I actually changed up a little bit of my settings a tiny bit, trying to just help me focus a little bit more. But let me know what you guys think about the track in the comments below. That brings me to my next point, MXGP of Sweden. I think JV does a great job with all of the tracks that he's created so far. Some of them aren't my favorite. I would say I've been saying this Lockett wasn't my favorite. I think I even said that in the video. It wasn't my favorite. I think it's a great track. I think what he did with the track was great. Just not my personal favorite. I wasn't able to, I feel like, bring out my full potential, I guess you would say. Just wasn't my favorite. And then you go to the next week and you went to Lommel, and that might be the best track of the year, hands down. So I think JV overall is just making great tracks. Now, if we talk about MXGP of Sweden, I wasn't a fan of it at first. I'll tell you that right here and right now. I was not a fan of it at first, and that is because I just wasn't gelling on the track. We did EU because we had Monday off for Memorial Day. So we did EU. We qualified 30th. I felt like we could have gone faster in certain spots, but I just kept making too many mistakes to get a fast lap. So we were able to qualify 30th, which I think they took 35 at the time. So we're 5 up before last. So I was happy about making the A group. And then we finished 18th overall. Honestly, you should have saw my start in the first moto. I'm gonna have a short on it. What the hell was that? I was down so bad. It was insane. But somehow we finished 18th overall. So I was happy about that. We rode the track basically all day. My hands were killing me. We took a little bit of a break in between EU and NA. And oh my God, I don't know how people do EU and NA every week. Bro, I was bikes out after that weekend. I played so much. I don't know how people do it. But in NA, we took a little mini of a break, and I think that helped out a lot because we qualified 18th for NA. Maybe a lot of people didn't do it. Yes, I do not care. A lot of people didn't do it. I do not care. We qualified 18th, which is not ideal, but not the worst. I mean, it's better than 30th. And you guys saw the video from yesterday where I stated that we got 6 in the first moto, 6 in the second moto for 5th overall, which is, in my opinion, freaking great. We had wonderful starts in both motos. We were top 5 in both motos off the start, which I was super happy about. And getting a 5th overall with some of these people, like, we've been racing these guys all year, basically. It seems like I'm happy with the placement I got with the people that were still racing in the event, because these guys are still super fast. I mean, top 5 was Washed, Jax, Hakan, Trav, and then it was me. But you gotta think about it. Linz, I don't think, maybe his game crashed in Moto 1, or maybe he just rage quit. I do not know. But he was up there too. In Moto 2, he got 2nd, I believe. So even though he didn't finish Moto 1, which I'm grateful for because we got top 5, but Linz was up there. I mean, we had our boy Peak, who doesn't really race that much. He was in there in Moto 2. I mean, it was a lot of fun racing these guys. We've been racing them like I said, all year. It's just been a blast racing these guys clean, especially like Kazi, Cass, Peak, Hunt, Wes. We raced a little bit of Jams, a little bit. I haven't really seen him much. He's been leading the points, so he's been gone out of my reach, but it was a blast. Racing these guys has been a blast, honestly. So I'm happy with the 5th overall. And now there's a month break, which kind of sucks. I was hoping for another week because we've been doing really, really good. We had 4th at Lommel, 5th at Sweden, so I was really, really happy. But now we have to wait till June 21st, which is unfortunate, but we're going to try to come out swinging for the NA and just kind of get prepared for the rest of the NA stuff. Also, let me know what you guys think of the MXGP of Sweden, like the track in general. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of it at first, but as the day went on, I was able to find my groove, find the rhythm, and I think getting a 6-6 over or 5th overall also helped me, like, mindset of like, oh, I actually do enjoy this track. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, man, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for the love. We're close on 11,000. I think we just hit 10,500 subs, so I'm very, very appreciate it. If you're watching this all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. If you do watch it all the way to the end, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So I appreciate you guys for real. Thank you guys so much for the love, and we'll catch you guys back here in the next video.